I'm also talking gardening shears. I'm talking fingernail clippers, graters, garden pruners. We've got a great sharpener for you. This is called Solinge, and it's the multi-blade knife and tool sharpener. It has a little mini sharpener that comes out that will allow you to do smaller jobs like nail clippers and toenail clippers and your potato peelers. This will sharpen scissors. It will sharp straight edge blades, curved blades, gardening shears. It will also do straight edge knives as well. We all have a drawer in our kitchen where knives go to die. Now, you paid a lot of money for those knives. Unless they're physically broken in half, you put them in this drawer because they're dull. And you can't use them because they wouldn't cut through hot butter, right? But you paid a lot of money for it at one time. You loved the knife when you bought it, and you can't bear to throw it away. So you keep telling yourself, well, I'll get over to that store where they sharpen knives. How's that working out? Have you been there? And do you remember? And is the next time you need a knife that you think, I really should get to the store, and then the whole vicious cycle repeats itself? We're going to help you with this one item, available in 2 colors, to change the sharpness of all your blades. 400 of these already out the door, and I have 2 color choices for you. The white you'll only find here on QVC, and I also have it for you in the red. Please don't miss out on these. We're very excited to welcome in Ann Dorrington Pender, who is our special guest. And Ann, a pleasure to welcome you to QVC. Nice to have you here. What an exciting item, and what a useful item for so many people that need to get after the blades in their home.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And what you said earlier, we will have all these different blades, but what do we do with them? Once they go dull, like you said, we put them in the graveyard drawer. Now with this, what's so clever about it is it doesn't really matter, like you said, what kind of blade you're going to use it on. So it could be the big knife that you've had forever. Now this knife I've had for about 20 years, so it's gone through many Christmases and birthdays and everything else. But then I've got a serrated bread knife. What do you do with that? And the wonderful thing about this is it's so self-explanatory. So on one side, I hope you can see it, there's a little pair of scissors. So that means that that's going to be for all your scissor-type blades. On the other end, you've got a sword. So that's for all your knife-type blades. So obviously, this is a knife. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to check which side. There you go. That's the scissors. We don't want that. Oh, sorry, that's the sword. So then all we're going to do is we're going to run that across. Now your hand is absolutely safe because it's inside here. And the knife is nice and steady because it's on your surface. And I'm just going to go across that just a couple of times. And then before you know it, that serrated blade, now I'm just going to use this cucumber, and I can go through that beautifully. Usually you cannot, absolutely not, sharpen this. It always says on knife sharpeners, cannot do that sort of blade. But then we can go off and we can do scissors, which are brilliant as well. But not just scissors. We can do pizza wheels. We can do shears. We can do hunting knives. Absolutely anything that you want to do. And I'll show you in a minute as well, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen a credit card just to show you that you can sharpen any blade around your home very, very easily. Now, these are scissors. So I'm just going to look. Oh, yeah, look, there's the scissors right there. So my hand is inside. And then all I'm going to do is just pop that on there and then run it right across there just a couple of times. Now, this could be garden shears. It could be your secateurs. It could be absolutely anything. And they are sharper than sharp, which is brilliant. Oh, look.
And you have to have just the right angle to do scissors, and this will do scissors, serrated blades, sharp blades. You'll see the little scissor emblem on one side. That'll let you know that that's for scissors. Flip it around, you'll see the sword. That means that's for your knives. And then you have this little piece in the center that is living right here. You remove that, and then you can get after all those other type blades, right?
That's right. And that's the nice thing about this, because it could even be your nail clippers. It can be any little blade that you've got in your home. You could even use this on things like all sorts of different cutters as well. So it could be like graters, your cheese grater. But you can see here, the blades are they're floating. So it means they will go through absolutely anywhere where you've got that blade. It knows where it is and it's just going to sharpen it. It's absolutely brilliant. You cannot get this wrong. And that's why it's so very, very clever. You just can't get it wrong. So you can use this on anything around your home. It could be in your shed. It could be your workshop. Absolutely anywhere. Now, I'm just going to do something here. Now, this is just a little store card, a British store card. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the Solinge sharpener and I'm going to use the sword side and I'm just going to sharpen that edge like so. And watch this. It will actually cut straight through.
Look at that.
Cucumber. How clever is that?
Now that's wild, Anne. You're cutting a cucumber with a credit card.
I know, but that's why this is so clever, because you can't get it wrong. You can sharpen all of these wonderful things, even your garden tools. Now, this is actually a lawn edger. I use it every year, and this area here gets very, very dull. But when I first bought it, which was probably about 15 years ago, this was very sharp, so I could go around the edge. So I can even use it on that. So I'm just going to, actually, what I'll do with this, I'll go down one side, and you can hear it. Can you hear it? Now that is sharp and ready to go. So if I wanted to, I don't want to hit the ceiling. If I wanted to, I can go straight through there like that, which is perfect. But also lawnmower blades. So like I said, it could be all sorts of different things all around your home.
And if you're doing something small, like a box grater, that's where this little blade comes into, or this little sharpening blade comes into play. Don't miss out on this opportunity. We're getting very, very busy with how many gone now? 1,800 of these now gone. I have this for you in the red. 2,800 left in the red. I also have white, which is exclusive to QVC, and you'll only find that color here. Don't miss out on this, because everyone has blades around their home. And come this spring, and when we're all headed back outside to start yard cleanup and some of that spring cleaning projects, look at how easily you're going to be able to sharpen any blade. I love that it's flexible so that it will also do serrated blades. You know, other knife sharpeners that are not this sophisticated will strip a serrated blade. This is actually going with the flow and the bumps, right?
It absolutely is, and your hands are protected all the time. And also you feel very secure, because whatever it is that you're sharpening, you've got that on the surface in front of you. And I just have to quickly tell you about the red, white and blue one, which is absolutely just so beautiful. This was its original color, and it was designed by a chef, a Parisian chef, because he needed something that was quick. It was simple. You couldn't get it wrong. It just lived in the drawer and you got it out when you needed it, whatever it was that you had to sharpen. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you this.
I was just going to say, we're quickly, 2,400 of these are gone now. We are very, very busy. And what are you sharpening there, Anne?
That is actually a lawnmower blade. So if you have a look at your lawnmower, you can always take the blade off because you can replace it. But why replace it when all you have to do is sharpen it? And it's the same with your kitchen knives. Like you said, they cost a lot of money and they go on a long journey with you. So just sharpen them. And you're going to save a lot of money, because all you're going to do is just quickly sharpen it, just 2 runs over the blade. That's all you have to do. So you just keep it in the drawer so you'll use it, take it out, and then just use it, whatever it is that you need sharpening.
I mean, there was a time when you bought that knife for a reason, right? You loved it, you used it a lot, it became dull, and then you put it in a drawer, and there it's been sitting now for months, if not years. Go ahead and resurrect those old knives and give a new edge to them. Over 3,000 of these have now been ordered. If you want the red, I only have 2,200 remaining, and if you want white, I have 4,600, but the white is exclusive to QVC. You'll only find it here. Many of you are also looking at some of those old rusty gardening shears. Just because they're rusty doesn't mean they can't be made sharp again. You just need the right tool to help you do that. And if you've got cuticle scissors, something small like these, yes, it'll take care of something small, even like your small cuticle scissors. Your pruners, your pizza cutters, your serrated knives, straight edge knives, the lawnmower blade, as Ann was showing us, because you know there's just a little, usually a wing nut or what have you on the bottom of that lawnmower blade. You take that off and you can either replace it or you can sharpen it and put it back on and get more life out of that blade. Because you know what?
Definitely.
You should be able to get more than a few summers out of a lawnmower blade. We all know what it's like to go over grass when it's not very sharp and it kind of chews it up as opposed to cutting it. This is your opportunity to make sure that everyone is taken care of. Over 4,000 of these are now gone. Red is 1,800 remaining. If you want to go around in that white, remember this is available for you for all the blades, including scissors, serrated, curved blades, small nail clippers, whatever you got going on, we're going to help you out. Let's remind you, over 1,000 customers on the phone lines. QVC.com and mobile apps, your best way to get through right now. All right, and thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure.
You're very welcome. Thank
Take
you
care
very
now.
much. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, coming up.